So, hello everyone. Welcome back to the attribution presentation, and it's basically a training around G analytics. I'm Varun Khanna. I work with Google. So, I have been working on a lot of clients deciding their attribution journey and decoding the signals that a normal analytics personnel should see to identify what is the value of each and every traffic that is driving through. So this is going to be a short deck. I'm going to keep it as short and simple because it's the first exposure to it. So this deck is not just a straightforward way of seeing how to go about GA, but what are the signals to utilize. So what do you understand by attribution? Attribution is measuring the relationship between ad spend and conversions. So for a lot of these clients who spend money with Google or for any other channel that they do, it is very important for them to understand for every dollar that they spend, what is the traffic that they're driving, what is the value that they're driving. That is where an attribution cycle comes into picture. So going forward, we normally use GA. There are some other several tools that can be used, but GA is one of the most premium and holistic tool which anybody can use. So a lot of our e-commerce players, when they do, there's a common practice that they only give value to the last click. So let me just take it a step backward. Normally when you search on Google, supposingly you search on Google red shoes, there on the top you see is ad from Google. Those are sponsored ads wherein different advertisers are bidding on those ads to get ads shown over there. So now a lot of time a user would click on the ad. Supposedly first ad is from advertiser one. A user clicks on that ad and goes to the website. It have a look at the blue or at the red shoe, but does not buy it. Then going forward, there are a lot of other targeting. That user goes to some other websites. It sees a lot of other display on probably the surfing Times of India. They see the ad of the same shoe on Times of India, and that is the point when users clicks on that ad, goes to the website and convert. Now in the normal scenario, advertiser would give weightage only to the last click. So they would say that, display ad shown on Times of India was the one that brought me traffic, brought me conversion, and that is something I value. But that is not the whole story. So like over here, affiliate, brand search, organic, lot of things. These are the part normal or generic search. So this is how it will show. Generic search would be a red shoe. You look at red shoe, you click on the advertisement, go to the website, don't convert. You see it on Times of India. You see the display ad. You either click on it, convert, or don't convert. Then you probably has in your mind that I have seen from XYZ advertiser an ad from red shoe. Someday later, one day later, 2 day later, you again go directly search red shoe. Does not click on the ad, but click on the organic results, the results that are free results below the ads. You still don't convert. Then you do, now in your mind you're pretty sure that you want to buy a red shoe from XYZ advertiser. You just simply do XYZ red shoe. In that way, the website will come. You click on it and you convert. Now it's not just the brand term or the final term that has brought in the traffic. The traffic was attributed or was brought in by a lot of these other channels which are not being given weightage. That is the thing we try to unvalue during an attributions analysis. We try to give weightage to each and every channel that has played a part in bringing that conversion. That's what we call last click is the click through which the conversion happen. Rest all are called assisted clicks and impressions. So this is a common scenario. Lot of the times an advertiser comes to us and tell us, my brand term seems to be bringing the maximum traffic, but my generic search terms are not bringing me that much traffic. So for them, a brand term would be the advertiser's name. Supposingly Amazon. Amazon is a brand term. So someone searches for Amazon and converts, the advertiser would say, this is my Amazon term is performing brilliantly. But when someone searches just for red shoe, they'll say, red shoe is not performing because the person did not convert it by clicking on red shoe, but rather converted by clicking on Amazon red shoe. Now this is where we used attribution as the most common example. We try to show them the previous path, that the person initially searched for a generic term, then later searched on your brand term and converted. So from sales, like you will see Q3, Q4, this is an investment in generic search term, yielded 167% growth. But where did 61 growth, 62% growth in brand conversion came from? That's what we are trying to see. So we are trying to sell normally attribution. We try to find the value of the generic search queries. So generic investment drives brand queries. That is a thing that comes out when you study your attribution cycle. Other thing is a lot of advertisers, when they just talk about the last click conversion, they do not give enough weightage to a user journey. Think of yourself as an example. Supposingly you're in the market and you're looking to book a travel package, you'll probably start your planning around 30 or 20 days before your actual date of booking. And you will be doing so many different things while you'll be searching online, you'll be visiting blogs, you'll be seeing a lot of advertisements. So normally when an advertiser just talk about the last click conversion, they overlook all this purchase funnel cycle. When the user is still in the initial phase, in the upper funnel, what we call, user is still undecided but is trying to frame up a mind in his mind what he or she has to buy, or what is the right product for him or her. So attribution, a Google Analytics would capture the entire story. It would capture what when was the first time user started searching, saw your ad, and how many days it took for a user to finally convert. So this is very important when you are giving value to your channel. Don't just look at the last click. Move away from last click. The same thing happens in terms of number of clicks or number of site visits. So this chart shows you number of searches per purchase. So you'll see in travel, a user normally searches 20 times on various search engines, mainly Google, to identify the right product for him or her. For mobile phone, it's at least seven, April six, car insurance three, loans three. So these are the number of clicks or searches that happen, and we need to keep this in mind while giving weightage to each of these searches. So think of the travel; it's the biggest 20 searches. Now you, as a advertiser, most sophisticated advertisers would use their Google Analytics data to give weightage to all these 20 searches that happens. There could be different models of giving these weightage, but a good sophisticated advertiser would give weightage. They will not value the last click. So this again, chart shows us display and generic searches, what's happening, how the flow falls, and how a normal user would behave. So the last click bias, like I'm saying, so I'm basing the initial part of the presentation a lot on the last click, because most advertiser performance, they just value last click, and that is how they calculate the ROI is the return of investment. So every time an advertiser's ad shows and a user clicks on it, we charge a particular cost per click to the advertiser. So if it take 20 clicks for an advertiser, for a client to convert, and each click is on an average worth 5 rupees, so the conversion cost for an advertiser is 20 into 5, that is 100 rupees. That's what an advertiser talk about, cost per acquisition, cost of acquiring a client for them. So in the last click, they will attribute, they'll say, like in this example, most of the traffic is being brought in by affiliate. That is one of the channel. They'll say, affiliate is the most well performing channel for me. The ROIs are best. But they forget that there is entire search funnel behind affiliates which are contributing. If these generic search, display, network, organic, and brand search do not contribute or do not bring in the traffic, affiliates would not have any traffic to convert, any users to convert. So we have to give an ROI. When we are basing our ROI, we have to have a weighted value for all of these. Solving the problem. So this is a classic example when we talk about the iceberg. 90% of the iceberg is hidden below the water. So we talk about in the same way that last click or last interaction is just the tip of the iceberg. All the other part journeys are hidden below, which we need to unearth and give them value. Good way of doing is, in a GA account, a GA premium account, there is an option to do multi-channel funnel analysis. What this does is it gives you exact breakup in terms of different channels. So when I'm talking about channels over here, channels could be Google CPC, that's search ads, Google display, the ads that you normally see on Times of India or other websites while browsing or while reading blogs. Those are display ads. Then you have remarketing. Then you have other channels like Facebook, then other some remarketing players, as well as affiliates which give a fixed cost traffic. So while going through the multi-channel funnel, you will be able to see the exact user path. You will be able to see which all channels did user go through before converting, and these will be in a particular order. And you will be able to see how many times. So if a path length for user is 10, that means the user saw ads 10 different times. You will be able to, in the multi-channel funnel, see how many times Google search came into the picture, how many times Google display came into the picture, how many times a Facebook or a remarketer or an affiliate came into the picture, and you will have a clear idea that what weightage should be assigned to them. So, this GA has a lot of reportings. You can report at conversion level. You can also look at the conversion path, conversion cycle, time to conversion. All these things are easily possible. Deciding how to tackle the client, you know, normally this is something I'll skip. It's more in terms of how a conversation is driven with the client. So these are some sample examples. Funnel reports show complexity of the user. So you will see, path length are available over here. It shows the conversion value, number of days it take for a user to convert. So you can simply see in the path length that, on the very first day only 30% of your users converted, whereas the rest of the users took more than, much more than one day. On second day it take 18%, on third day 13%. That's how it's 70% of sales involves multiple interaction. That is the power of attribution that we need to figure out. So this is an example of last click for conversion type, click assisted. Going forward, how things are. Last click conversions are the actual conversions, actual channels which led to conversion, but they are assisted click. So if you look at Tweedy keyword, so Tweedy attributed 79 conversions, but it also assisted in 66 conversions. So assist by last click is 0.84. So assist impression for conversion type is 40. That's the value. So this fraction assist by last click is an important value. It tries to unearth. So if you look at third, Outer Banks vacation rentals. So 8 by 10, 1.25. So for every one conversion, direct conversion, this keyword brought in 1.25 assisted conversion. So it has much more value than we are actually attributing. High click assist to last click ratio, like I said, is what value. Funnel opportunities, high click assist to last click ratio indicate that keyword may be undervalued by last click. What should an advertiser do? Test expanded budgets for these to see conversion rise. So you should say, your generic search terms. Generic search terms are normal search terms like red shoe. Does not have the brand like an Amazon in it, just the red shoe. You try, if you see a lot of assist conversions happening to red shoe, you try to value more, give more budgets, give more time for that keyword to run, and then see has there been an increase in the overall conversion, which you can then later attribute to this red shoe. That red shoe was equally valuable for me. So high impression assessment indicate missed opportunity. So when you say high impression assist, that means a lot of time user is seeing the ad but is not clicking. So there are a lot of reasons. Try bidding higher for positions. Normally on a Google search you'll find three search ads on the top, then on some on the right and on the bottom. So no, a user behavior that we have seen is ads on the top are more likely to be clicked by user, but an impression, a system would count an impression whenever the ad shows. So an high impression assist clearly indicates that your ranking is low and there are less CTRs, less clicks happening on your keywords, which is leading, so you need to bid higher or make some changes to your creatives. So funnel data can be used to calculate first click CPS to contrast last click CPS. So what we're trying to do is, till now the system would give you the last click CPA, the last channel, the last keyword that converted. Maybe Amazon Red Show was the last keyword. This ad was shown in it. The user clicked on it, and it converted. But we would recommend doing an experiment wherein the first keyword on which the ad was shown by to these users, just red shoe. Try to do a first click CPA analysis, and then compare them in terms of what is the weightage for each. And some advertiser may want something in between first and last click, so there are different models. You can give different weights to different for each channel appearing at different level and different number of time. These are a lot of complex things. Once you have a GA access and you can see data in it, you will see a lot of features that GA provide in terms of doing analysis around first click, last click, linear, exponential, lot of different weightages that can be given. So click assist opportunity, like I said, an assist click is when the keyword or the channel is not directly leading to conversion but has played a part in the conversion path or the conversion cycle. So like I said last time, so in the GA you will be able to see all this. So what you'll do is probably you are seeing a brand campaign, a non-brand campaign. Anything that has brand written in front of it is a brand campaign, and anything else is treated to be a non-brand campaign. So you can clearly see advertiser is getting high conversions on number 5, brand wallpaper exact decor. So they are getting maximum clicks on this, and this last click conversions are higher, 128. But the assisted clicks are also good, 164, though it is 1.28. The value of last click, assisted click by last click is 1.28. But have a look at something like number 2, wallpaper decor. Although it's directly bringing only 13 conversions, but it is assisting in 23 conversions. And the last click by assist click by last click is 1.77. So now you need to understand is that this is something which advertisers should value, that our wallpaper decor may not be directly bringing the conversion, but it is assisting us in a lot of many ways. So, like you say, generic campaigns are influential at the start of the consumer journey. Normally, we divide a consumer journey from upper funnel to a lower funnel. Upper funnel is the time when consumer is not at all certain what he or she is looking for. He or she may be looking for shoes, but what kind of shoes, which brand of shoes, which website, that is not clear. So they'll have some thing like sports shoes, tennis shoes. Then a level dig deeper, they'll say, okay, I want a red tennis shoes or an orange tennis shoes. Then they go a level deeper and they say, I want a Nike or an Adidas tennis shoes. So they'll search probably Nike tennis shoes, Adidas orange tennis shoes. They are going traveling from top of the funnel to the lower part of the funnel. Then they'll finally decide, Amazon is the player I want to buy it from. So they'll say red tennis shoes Amazon, or orange Adidas shoes Amazon from Nike, something like this. So those are the final brand queries which are in the lower of the funnel. Because at this point of time, the intent of the customer is completely clear. So these are all lot many things that impression assist opportunity example. So same things you can explore. You can slice and dice the data based on assist clicks and assist impressions, also in terms of number of paths taken. So this is the similar thing we did for clicks. This is for impressions. How many assist impressions were taken before the user converted? So you will see for wallpaper decor, 24 assist impressions before the before the conversion happened. This is a very high number. Like we mentioned, user is seeing your ad but is not clicking on it. You need to work on your ad creatives, you need to work on your ad positioning. For a high impression assist campaign, check the average position. Like I said, if your average position is low, you're bound to have high impression assist because your ads are showing but the user is not valuing your ad, they are not clicking on it. So 30% impression that assisted in conversion from viewer were triggered generic campaigns. So, a lot of the time, the impressions that were generic campaigns are the one that contribute a lot to these impressions, because at that point of time, user is still forming an intent in his or her mind. So those are the things, probably you see over here. What we have showed is that best broadband deals, and we show the Virgin Media broadband ad on average position number 5. So a user would see this ad but would not click on it because the top 3 ads that you see, one hidden by the real example, and second talk broadband, these are all things. So our attribution philosophy, there is no one size fit all. Each and every advertiser has to figure out, using or seeing its own attribution data, what is the best model for them. Should they value first click, last click, or each click linearly or exponentially or in a time decay model, and compare these multiple attribution models. So first is simple modeling, first click analysis. Here what we do is that we just say we are not talking about last click. The first click was the one which first introduced us to the user. Red shoes was the one where first time user saw an Amazon ad. So that is the one we should give all the value to. Looking for the highest converting first click generic keywords. So these are the keywords which brought in the value, and that are the keyword that we need to value going forward. So these are all in modeling. More modeling. There's there. So attribution one are not right or wrong. Your customer shopping around new to your products and brand. So normally attribution modeling depends on the kind of advertiser you are. Whether for look at it from the point of an e-commerce player. Are you in the market to drive acquisition? Are you in the market to acquire more and more odd customers? You want to increase the traffic, or are you in the market to get best ROI for your ROI for your spend? So you have to understand if it is best ROI for your spend. Probably the last click is something you will say is makes much more value because that is giving you the best ROI. But if you're there in terms of to acquire more and more audience, more and more users, more and more shoppers, then probably you'll have to look at some other channels. Could be the first click or time decay. So these are all little multi-channel attribution like we showed. This is a real example. This is from one of the advertisers. You can see different channels being shown in this: paid search, direct, organic, email, referral, social, all these things available. That's all from my end. Uh, this is basically short and this is more or less a very quick course. We could have it in more structured manner, ideally starting with a particular training around GA analytics. For that, you will require access to the GA analytics. You need to start exploring what are the things. And there are a lot of tutorials available online which you can use. Please do check out some of the tutorials that are available on GA one-on-one on Google websites, which could be helpful for you. That's all from my side. Thank you.